Hi, I'm Drew Saur, and today I want to talk about the question, do you know how your company actually makes money? Now, what makes this a really interesting question to me is that most jobs do not require that you actually know the answer to this question. Right? Most of the time you can come in, you can do your job, you have a general idea of what your company does, right? That's pretty basic. But understanding where the actual profits come from isn't really part of the job description, and most people don't bother to find out. So why do I think this is so important? Ultimately, it's because success in your career comes from two things. One, understanding what problems you solve uniquely well, and two, finding an environment that values that kind of problem solving and chooses you to do it. That's really what career success is about. And so when you're thinking about what environment should I actually operate in, one of the ultimate questions you need to understand is, how does this company, business, make money? Right? Because the last thing you want to do is be working in, let's say, a product that's sort of stagnant or shrinking. Right? So if you're working on a product and you're building projects, whatever you're doing, and overall that business is shrinking, it just becomes much, much harder to grow. Right? If the business is growing, there's lots of new opportunities. It's a great place to be because chances are if you can demonstrate your value, you're going to grow with it. But if the overall business is shrinking, right, your chances are much, much more limited. So it's really important to understand the ecosystem that you're operating in. And one of the best questions is, how do they make money? The second benefit is that this is the kind of language that the senior executives of your company will speak. And so becoming more fluent with it yourself will just make it easier for you to develop those relationships. The other interesting thing about this question is it's not always the most obvious. Sometimes it is, right? So if somebody says, how does Walmart make money? Walmart basically makes money by selling lots and lots of stuff, high volume, at low margins, right? They don't make a lot of money on each one, but they sell a ton. Classic, low margin, high volume business. On the other side, you have high margin, low volume, which is your luxury brands, your Ferraris, your Gucci's. They don't sell a lot, but every time they sell it, they make a ton of money. And every once in a while, there's kind of that golden company in the middle that can be high volume and high margin. Today, Apple's a great example of that, right? They sell tons of products and they actually make a lot, which is why they have, so many billions on their balance sheet. Those are the basic ones, and maybe your business falls into that category. But oftentimes, it's not as obvious. So a couple quick examples. Most people know McDonald's. They sell burgers, fries, sodas, right? Fast food. How do they make their money? Well, actually, McDonald's, the company, is more of a real estate firm. What they actually do is they buy the land that they lease to the franchisees. So most of their holdings is actually in real estate. Interesting. Gas stations, another great example. Do they make money from gas? Yeah, they probably make money from gas, but oftentimes they make even more money from the little convenience store. Very similar model in the movie business, movie theaters. Ticket sales, sure, you make a little money on ticket sales, but the profits come from the concession stand, right? Which makes sense when you pay $5 for a Coke. Right? And the reason this is important, again, you want to make sure you're in a growing business. You need to understand whether or not they're making money, but also which problems are you trying to solve. Take the movie theater example. Let's say you're a data analytics specialist and you're coming up with algorithms to juice profits. Should you be looking at boosting ticket sales or concession stand sales? If you know the profits are in the concession stand, that's where you want to focus your time. So again, are you focused on the problem that makes the biggest difference to your company? And that's the kind of thing I want you to think about, right? The more you understand how your company makes money, the better you'll be able to actually navigate and start to work on the projects and the products and the other activities that are most valuable to your company. If you do that well, right, they'll give you bigger and bigger problems to solve, which will drive your career pretty well. So that's the idea. So how do you actually do that? Again, my favorite way, go ask, right? This is a great opportunity to meet some people in the finance department, right? Generally, you can learn how to read a P&L. There's plenty of resources out there. You want to understand how to read financial statements. But if you really want to dig into, well, how does our company make money? What are the most profitable products? How are those products growing? Talk to somebody in finance, right? Again, great way to build a network, and you can find out a lot about how your company operates. So that's what I wanted you to think about today, right? Do you know how your company actually makes money? If you don't, go find out, ask, and then use that knowledge to make sure that you are working on the problems that matter the most to your business. And if you do that, career success is sure to follow. So I hope that was useful. As always, if you want some more in-depth videos, you can join my mailing list and sign up for my free Next Level crash course at drewsaur.com/next level. So again, think about this question, figure out how your company actually makes money, and I look forward to seeing you next time.